Welcome back to Industry of Cool. Today's a very, 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 very special episode. If you can't tell, from the muffins to the peaches to the ribbons, from everything, we are going to talk about 1, 2, 3. The summer I turned pretty. Today I am with Krystel. Hello, Krystel.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm so happy you're here. And we have Valentina back in the studio.
I'm back, baby.
Yes, she is back. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. I think what a season for The Summer I Turned Pretty. The reason I started watching the show was because of Valentina. She was like, you really need to watch a show. You really do. And I was like, are you sure? I don't know. And it got me so hooked. I just watched it. But they have actually read the books. They've been watching since 2022. So it just makes sense that they're here because they have so many opinions. They're obviously team
Conrad, baby.
Conrad, team no one. Cousins Beach. I like that house. What a nice house. I'm kidding. I'm really team Jenny Han because I think she has created such a story with incredible, strong characters. She showed character development. She showed soundtrack. She showed costume design. Everything. Everything is to the T. It's such an incredible project. And that's why so many people are hooked and so many people are sad that, but we are all looking forward to the movie. So, okay. Cheers before we start.
Cheers. With our very special Summer I Turned Pretty pomegranate margarita.
I know that's right, girl. Cousin's house. That is, Belly's favorite drink.
That is.
Mm-hmm. Made by Valentina, the one and only. Wow, that's really good. All right, let's get into characters. I really want to talk about each of the main characters because there's so much to say about them. Let's start with the one and the only Belly. Okay, I have a question for you guys. Do you think that Belly, she grew throughout the series, or she's still kind of stuck in a fantasy of who she wants to be?
I think she definitely grew.
Okay, specifics. Like, when do you think when did you first start seeing Belly grow into that, like, adult, to that woman?
I don't think it's up until she goes to Paris.
Yeah, 1000%.
Because you want to hope that, okay, she's in college and maybe she's developing herself and developing new relationships, which we see, but she quickly backtracks when she takes back a man who cheated on her twice.
Jeremiah.
Yes, we saw her do that whole theatrics of like, oh no, like it's over. Da-da-da. But you took him back only because he came to the hospital. He better have came to the hospital. Like, you've known my brother for how long? I don't think it justified, like him doing that act and staying overnight at the hospital with them. It didn't justify what he did in y'all relationship. And you can't tell me nothing. They were not broken up when he cheated.
No. Okay, but I do think she was also hiding something. And I think that allowed her to move differently and be more forgiving towards Jeremiah because she had just been at cousin's house with Conrad and she didn't tell him anything. Would you consider that cheating, that she was with Conrad?
No, I mean, she didn't do anything.
Why do you think she didn't tell Jeremiah that she was with Conrad?
Because, she obviously felt like Jeremiah wasn't going to like it. And he was going to look more into it. I mean, there was obviously more to it than what she wanted to accept. Yeah. But I just think that she didn't want to accept that she felt all those things. Yeah. But
maybe she didn't know she felt all those things until she saw him again.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because we saw those things. Exactly. We saw those feelings flying. We saw those sparks. I mean, let me clean you.
Because it's a force field.
Exactly. But I think that's why.
Oh, God.
What
very, very notebook.
When she tripped on the floor and then
they just lays down.
She just lays down.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, hello. Like they resembled the Notebook. You know when they're laying down and they look at each other and smile.
That's true.
But
yeah, no, they were like, okay, you guys need to be together. But I think I think that's what you're saying is very valid. I think she was lying to herself a lot about how she was feeling. Like, she didn't want to confront that. Also, 4 years is a really long time to be with Jeremiah. To have all these
Jeremiah,
unresolved
period.
feelings for
Not to
Conrad.
be with someone, but
Someone
to be
4
with Jeremiah,
years.
period.
Imagine being with someone for 4 years and you're gonna marry them, and then it's like, damn, you've been in love with my brother this whole entire time. Like those feelings never left.
Right. But you see, like in the book,
Okay, in the book,
It's only 2 years.
it's only 2 years. And also in
that
the
makes a
book,
big difference.
and in the book she's a lot younger.
Are they gonna get married in the book?
Yes. But
Okay.
she's literally 19 when he proposes to her in the book.
Mm.
In the show she's 21. But in
Yeah.
the book she's 19. So like you're a child. Like if I look back at me at that age, I'm like
19.
19?
19 and even 21.
Actually, Belly's not that messy. If I think back about me 19, I'm like, well, not that I was like sleeping with brothers, thank God. but Belly's not that bad.
And that's another thing from a difference in the show. She didn't have sex with any of
That's
them.
a huge difference,
With
though.
any of
That's a
them.
huge difference because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, if she would have not slept with Jeremiah, and let's say it was like a relationship, but they're young and this and that, 19, I'm like, okay, like she belongs with Conrad. Like she didn't sleep with Jeremiah. Like that could be fixable. My whole thing is always knowing that happened. It's a lot to work through.
Weird.
It's weird. It's
Like
very
imagine
weird.
having kids. Oh, look, your uncle. But also, he was gonna be my husband.
Also,
he
he's my ex-boyfriend.
Exactly. Oh my God. No, I don't
but
know.
you-
He's my ex-fiance.
It's messy. It's super messy. But I mean, for the sake of cinema,
It should be messy because if not, she wouldn't have 3 books and a movie coming up.
Exactly.
It goes. Okay, so Belly, when she was like, you know what, I'm done with Conrad, I'm done with Jeremiah, I'm done with what Susannah wanted for me, I'm done with my mom telling me what to do, I'm gonna go to Paris. And I think that was the best move for her. I was so upset when Jeremiah was like, yeah, don't go to Paris. I was like, oh, you're the worst. Like that,
I remember that.
But you know, also, like, because I feel like Conrad a lot of the times was always calling her immature, like, or you're still just a child.
Yep.
I think also her going to college and making new friends.
Yeah.
And having different perspectives in her life allowed her to be a little bit more empathetic
Yeah.
to others. Because even her knowing Taylor and her brother are still messing around and Taylor being in a relationship, easily season 1 Belly would have judged her, would have been like, what the fuck? But she gave them like space to figure out their own stuff without having her judgment in it. And I thought that was a little bit of growth on her part, her being that friend. Because I do have those friends who are like...
Yeah, but I think, no.
But also
I think
cheating
call
is
it
just
out.
like...
There's
cheating
absolutely
is just
no.
like...
If I was Betty's
that's the
friend,
bar.
if I was Taylor's friend, I would literally have a really long talk with her. Because
Especially
I love
'cause-
her. And I don't want her to get messy like that.
Especially
It
because
has-
it's not only that, but it's your best friend and your brother.
Brother.
It's how
You know?
messy is that, you
But
know?
like exactly. But I mean, I get what you're saying though, because yes, Belly from season 1 would have literally made it about herself.
Yes.
Because she makes a lot of things about herself that
Yeah.
aren't about
Yeah.
you. But yeah,
Like the
I do-
funeral.
I like the funeral, girl. Please, that funeral.
Gosh, that
But
was
there's a
crazy.
lot of things, yeah, that she does that you're like.
But
okay.
that's like comes with immaturity. That comes with being 18 or 19 or whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
But still, I do think there was times that she was hard for one thing, and then another time she would just be like chill about it.
Yep.
So there was not a lot of integrity sometimes. With that being said, actually, that takes me that if you were Betty's friend, what advice would you have given her at the start of every summer before she goes to the house? What would you tell her?
Take a shot.
Girl, chill.
I don't even know.
Okay, what would be your advice when she came to tell you she was gonna marry Jeremiah?
I would have told her to not do it.
I hated Taylor for like... I said, Taylor, this is
No,
the time.
But you see, like for example, like that one scene when they're at the cafe and Taylor's like, "What? Like
Are
you
you
guys got back
crazy?
together like 2 seconds ago,
Yeah.
and he cheated on you.
Yeah.
Is it because he cheated on you and all of this stuff? Like I thought she was gonna keep that vibe.
Right.
But you know why she didn't?
Why?
Because she was just cheating with Steven. So who is she to tell her not to forgive
True.
Jeremiah?
True, but it wasn't even only
She had no
that.
moral to say
It was
that.
like all the other stuff. But I was like, why is she supporting this so much?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's one thing to get back with him. You're about to go marry him.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like,
That's
we're going to work things
different.
out. No, we're getting married and we're going to work really hard. And he wants this like cake full of real chocolate and it's like $700,
cacao.
which
The
it makes
cacao.
sense.
70% cacao
70%.
with the raspberry coulis.
Now
A
it makes
mirror
sense
glass.
why he became the bear.
Yeah.
In
He was in an
3.
episode of The Bear.
He was like, "This is who I was meant to be." I was.
He needs Carby to hire him
Literally.
as the sous chef.
Okay, well, no, we'll get there
No,
because I was
definitely
about to
would've
mention
been the one to
Denise.
tell her, don't do it.
I
Yeah.
think I would have been like, honestly, like really think this through and like go to Paris and then see where this takes you and come back and see if you're feeling the same way.
Yeah.
I thought Jeremiah was a walking red flag.
No.
Because
I don't think so.
Because with the Paris thing, I'm saying that.
Oh, with the Paris thing pissed me off. But
Because, and I love how he admitted it.
Everything
after
in
the
general.
fact.
I'm just not Team Jeremiah at all.
At all, I don't think he's a bad person. I think he.
I never said he was a bad person, but
Yeah.
he's just. I just wasn't.
Yeah,
I just like he. Whatever.
he had a lot of good. Okay, we're getting there. Wait, no, actually, Jeremiah.
Okay.
Jeremiah. If Conrad weren't in the picture, would Jeremiah and Belly's relationship still have the same weight, or does the love triangle fuel their relationship?
It fuels it
It feels it.
because he had this inferiority complex. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, like
And
Mhm.
he always felt like
entitled to her.
like,
Like he could be the best one.
exactly.
her.
And because like, so there's this one part of the book that we never saw in the show that actually to me, like, I felt some kind of way because I felt really bad for Jeremiah. And there was this chapter in the second book that he narrates, some chapters, and there's a part that he's wrestling with Conrad. Like they're wrestling and that their dad is at the house and the dad kept like cheering on Conrad, like, go get him, Connie, da da da, like you got
Yeah.
it. And then like Jeremiah was like trying his best and Jeremiah ends up beating Conrad. And his dad gets mad at Conrad for losing, but never congratulates
Celebrates.
Jeremiah. And then Jeremiah like just stood there.
Yeah.
And Conrad went up to him. He's like, good job, bro. Like you did really good.
Isn't it crazy that like even after that, Conrad is the one that's like tormented and he feels like everyone he has to carry everyone, but Jeremiah is a little lighter. He's a little
Yeah.
too open, which it could have been the other side because he was a favorite child in Adam's eyes.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
But the thing is that, well, when we get to
Yeah.
Conrad.
So no, I was gonna say Jeremiah does have really good moments. I think when Conrad is in his grief or like when he feels like, you know, his mom's gonna pass away in the prom and he notices that he forgot the corsage. She's like, damn, like he forgot her corsage. And I was like, damn, Jeremiah genuinely cares for Belly. It's not like, oh, I want to be better than Conrad. He was just like, damn, that's a shitty thing, but okay. And then I do think Jeremiah, when I was like, maybe I'm Team Jeremiah, was when he was trying to stay as serious as possible, as away from Belly, and Belly kept trying. She kept being like, no, let's do this. Hey, you want to talk? Hey, this. And he's like, no, like pretty much saying like, I know you're always going to go for my brother. Like, leave me alone. And Belly's like, no, I'm right here. I'm right here. Well, what is the guy going to do if he has feelings for her? He's going to kiss her. And that's when Conrad saw them and they were at the store. So I think Jeremiah doesn't take all the blame of why he got with Belly. I think Belly was really attracted to Jeremiah because Jeremiah was a good-looking boy, like the golden boy, getting all the girls
And the thing
and guys.
and the
He's
thing is that-
bisexual in the show.
in the show, yeah, in the book he isn't. But in like the thing about all that is that I just felt like he knew, like he always knew, like why did he have to like
He knew,
yes.
but Belly was
just
so
stand here,
pushy though.
like be like okay,
No, bro,
but
that's not realistic though. Because if you have Belly, like no, like we're done. Like I'm not gonna be with him. Jeremiah believed her, and I somewhat believed
Aye,
Belly.
but you
But I think Jeremiah knew, like, because Conrad and Belly have liked each other since they were young.
since they were young,
Yeah.
They probably don't know that about each other, but everyone else around them knew that. Jeremiah knew that.
Yeah.
So even I believe that's in
Yeah,
season
but
1 when
if
he's
you
like,
have-
"Are you finally over him?" Like, excuse me. You
Yeah,
knew
but
this?
if you have your brother and her telling you, giving them their word, which the word is so important for you to really, if you say yes, yes, if you say no, no, you have your brother saying like, yeah, go for it.
yeah, but he went for it after, like, Conrad says that to Jeremiah after he already kissed her and he saw them kissing.
Mhm.
Because before he hadn't said that. Conrad says that for a different reason later on. He's like, yeah, go ahead, like go for it. Like I'm cool
But
with
he already
it.
knew because Belly told him, remember, that she had feelings for that there was something going on with Jeremiah.
No, he found out because they were kissing. Because
They were
that's when
kissing,
that's when he
exactly.
sees them kissing. And
But he had a chance at the motel
exactly
to be like, hey, no, he didn't do that. So
But
it's not all Jeremiah. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, but we see that in season 3 though.
Yeah.
We see more context on that because he did tell her, you know, I've never stopped thinking about you. I still love you. Because when he was sleeping on the ground and she was on the bed. But obviously the next morning he's like, you know, forget everything. Da, 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 da. In season 3, we see, or at least in book 3.
In book 3, that's what I was about to say, yeah.
We understand that he backtracked because he's remembering the promise that he made to his mom. And of making sure that his brother.
But how is that Jeremiah's fault?
No.
Is Conrad always building this thing in his head? Like, I have to carry on, but that's not the reality of things.
But he's also the older brother. That's his little brother.
Thing, but he can like blame. Okay, so people can act around him how they want to act, and then like blame them instead of like Conrad. He decided that.
But
like he decided to be like, hey, I did not mean that last night. He told it. You know how pissed I would be if a guy tells me the night before that he feels all this thing?
I just saw you kiss my brother.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, exactly. But he could still say how he feels. Not wait 4 years till they're gonna get married.
But he only said that because he finds out that his brother cheated. If not, he would have never said a shit.
He said he would have never said shit.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think that is really messy.
It does.
Okay, you know what? That's
messed
up.
He would have cheated on Belly.
Why couldn't he go to Jeremiah about that instead of Belly?
Because he was, and his stupid ass brother was there throwing up.
Okay, you couldn't wait till the next day. That's crazy, guys.
No,
that's crazy.
Okay. But it wasn't his intention to tell her that night.
Which is why
because he was sitting at the beach by himself.
I'm so happy that Belly answered to him the way she should have.
No,
Belly was drunk.
I don't care. I'm glad she did because
she was high. She was crossfaded.
Yeah,
she was crossfaded. Yeah. No, like
but people don't always lie when they're crossfaded.
No,
sometimes they say the truth. Yeah. And I think if you're gonna marry someone, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Yes, she loved Conrad, but she was gonna. I don't know if you guys like if you just say yes to anyone and marry them, that's crazy. If you don't have strong feelings for that person, she cared for Jeremiah.
But that's the thing. The thing
you
about
can't erase what she had with Jeremiah.
No, but the thing that she had with Jeremiah was that they were best friends.
Right.
Because in the book, that was her close buddy. Like that, Jeremiah was her buddy who she did things with.
Yeah.
Like they had like this bond. So I felt like she didn't want to lose that, and she didn't. So when he proposes to her, she says yes because she didn't want to lose that. She knew that if she said no,
not the love,
then everything was gonna be done. Like she was gonna lose Jeremiah, and that's why she says yes, but not because she was in love with him.
Where did you see this? In what scene? That's why she said yes.
No, that's what you think. That's my conclusion.
Okay.
Because,
but I agree though. Yeah. I agree because I do feel like at some point she says that, like, you know, she values their friendship and stuff like that. So that if you could put 2 and 2 together that, okay, if this is, you have to think about it. Yes, she's still thinking about Conrad secretly. She's still thinking about Christmas.
Yeah,
but she's not with Conrad. This isn't the person that she was just in a 4-year relationship with.
Right.
This is the person who is proposing to her. This is what she's seeing in front of her.
Right.
Which is Jeremiah. And so she can't, at that moment, she can't outweigh like the brothers. Right now, it's just Jeremiah. So of course she says yes, I guess. I don't even think I'm able to justify why she said yes. But I see why she was like, okay, I don't want to lose this friendship or the last 4 years of college with this man.
I don't know about friendship though, because I don't sleep with my best friends. She was in the bed in college. Hey, quickie before we go to class. I don't know if that's the best friend, girl. I don't know if that's the best friend, but okay, yes. Maybe she was
a lot
afraid.
of crazy things in college.
Yes, that's true, but you can just erase everything.
You know what? Moral of the story is, everybody needs
Team
therapy.
Conrad. Exactly. Thank you. Yes.
They all need therapy. Benny
Like,
needs therapy. Jeremiah needs therapy. Everybody needs therapy.
I just feel like this
don't go
season,
to Conrad's therapist though.
No.
I just feel like this season Jeremiah got a lot of dumb hate. Like his character, like people hating on the actual actor for playing Jeremiah is so dumb.
That's too much.
Like,
too much.
and everyone got a lot of hate. Like Conrad got a lot of hate, but mostly it was Jeremiah and Belly who got hate for absolutely dumb reasons. Because I do think there's a lot of good in Jeremiah, just like there was a lot of shitty moves from him. Like Conrad, I think Conrad in the first season, we can't forget Conrad being a little. Like, he was grieving, but so was Jeremiah.
No, but he wasn't grieving at that point. In season one,
that she had cancer.
He was the only one that knew.
There's absolutely no reason to be shitty to Belly because you agree that your mom has cancer, though.
But he was just. I mean, but that's the way you see
it. I think that's just
you don't know. I wouldn't know how to navigate.
I'm just trying to say, I think
you
you ride so hard for Conrad that there's not one thing that you can see. Like you love him.
I
You're in love with him. You're in love with him. But I don't think you can see one bad thing about the man, and that's a problem. That's toxic.
No, I understand that he was shitty to her.
Yeah,
season
he
one,
was shitty,
they could have been endgame at season one. I get that.
Yeah, thank you. Yes,
but I can empathize with what he was going through.
Yes, totally.
It doesn't justify him being shitty to her. It's just okay. Once I know, okay, now I can have grace for you.
Right. But I think Belly had to, there was a lot of things unsaid in his part that she had to heal on her own for him. He never was like, hey, let me talk to you. He always chooses to talk in the most intense moments.
In episode one, there was a moment he was going to tell her and confide and
someone
and
got
say,
here.
Jeremiah,
Here
comes Jeremiah.
Okay, but he had no other time to tell her in that big ass house. That's crazy. Like, he had a lot of time. But that's not good for the viewer. That's not saucy and that's not spicy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean, obviously, if they would have fixed everything in season one, se acabó.
Yeah,
season one is done.
There's no series. But I think it is good to challenge each character the way that, like, I think Conrad, when he went to therapy, I was like, wow. Incredible. He started healing all those things because it was so unfair that he had to carry his entire family on his back. There was no reason for him to do that. The fact that like he knew his mom had cancer and Laura was like, you knew all this time, and then she's like, oh no, that his dad had cheated. And it's like he just let that, and I'm glad that he learned that, like, bro, you don't need to shut up about how you feel. Like, you're as important as Jeremiah. You're as important as Belly. So like I love that for him. Now let's go to Susannah and Laurel. I think it's important because I think they drive this. The reason they're at the house.
You have your theory about them.
Oh yeah, oh my god, I wasn't even gonna mention that because I forgot about that. When I started watching this show, I was like, when are they gonna hook up? Because like,
she's like,
I was like,
is Laurel a lesbian?
Yeah. I was like, when are they gonna hook up? And especially in the scene that John and her are talking, and then she says something about being in love or whatever, and then he's like, yeah, that never could have happened because Susannah was always first. I'm like, damn, I've never fought with my husband about any other woman about being first before him. So I was like, maybe there's something happened with them in college where they experimented and then they just became really close. Or I had a really close friend of mine in high school who people thought she was my girlfriend. And I was like, guys, like, we've never hooked up. But we were really close. I would only sleep over her house. And years later, I find out that people in my high school thought we were together. And I'm like, no, like, nothing ever happened. So I misjudged that part because I don't think they had anything.
I look at them as sisters, though.
I think they were, okay, like, for example, my best friend and I, we call each other soulmates. Because you can have
a soulmate with your sister or your friend or
yeah, I saw that in Sex and the City.
Exactly, like from an opposite sex.
Yeah.
So like I think they were so close. I'm sorry, I'm literally not holding the mic. They were so close and they were they had such a special bond.
Yeah.
So I don't think they were lesbians or maybe experimented. Maybe who knows? Maybe they'll add that. Maybe Jenny Hunt is gonna put a little snippet of them young.
I would love to see a spin-off of Laurel and Adam and
years.
John. And yes,
maybe.
like Degrassi. Do you remember Degrassi?
I
They
do.
started in the 80s and then they went to the 90s, 2000s. I would love to see that the opposite way.
Right.
So I'm not married and I'm single. So whoever's out there.
Girl,
If I can find my
what's your
Conrad out there.
What's your Instagram?
At KRYYYSSSB, Krysb.
Okay. There you go.
Anywho, but Have you ever seen those TikToks where people are like, yeah, I could be chilling with my husband, but like if my sister calls, I completely disregarding my husband.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was married, that's also how I would be, because me and my sister were just that close. So when I look at Laurel and Susannah, I'm like, they're probably both single, like only children in their families. Yeah. So obviously when you find that friendship.
Well, no, Susannah has a sister.
Oh yeah, she does.
Almost sold her house.
Not even in the book. But that doesn't happen in the book. No.
Okay, in the show, she has a sister. In the show, she was going to sell her house, and she has a niece.
But there are those friendships that feel like sisterships.
Yeah. Because in the book, she doesn't have a sister.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cousin. Damn. The cousin is also like non-existent. Like Sky or whatever her name. Yeah, she's not.
Them. They.
Sorry. They. Sorry.
Kidding. I just brought it up to her like a little bit ago.
Totally, she was like, "Who are you talking
about?" She did a great job.
Honestly, season 2, I was
season 2 is Jeremiah's season.
So she didn't see the Jeremiah episode, so that's why she writes so hard.
I watched it, but I was like, eek.
Yeah, no.
I was like, oh
no. And I think Jeremiah did some good things, you know.
I mean, yeah, like honestly, like towards the end, I was like, okay, like I honestly felt bad for him in a lot of things. There was a lot of things that he did wrong, but I was never rooting for him. Like, okay, go be with someone else. Like
until he cheated, I was like done. I was like, oh, that sucks, because you were doing so good, Jeremiah.
I remember you told me you were like,
I was like, Team Jeremiah, and then I'm like, wait a second. Never mind. And then I'm team no one. But I also think Conrad is a good brother. And he saw that Jeremiah was genuine and was actually better than him, maybe. Because at that time, he was grieving so hard, he couldn't give Belly that. And he was like, I'll step back.
I mean, that's the reason why. That's what he explained to her.
And he said, you cheated? I'm going to tell you. Don't marry him, please.
No,
Conrad, you messy. Messy.
And like for example.
Oh, sorry.
Like, he's like very... I mean, he said it in the show. He was very like, I didn't want to bring you down with me in my grief. And I felt like he was somebody who could do like better than I did, basically. Yeah. And that's why he's like, that's why I said, yeah, forget about what I said last night. Yeah. Go be with my brother. It doesn't matter. Like, forget it.
But you see, he was down for it until he wasn't. So Susannah and Laurel, like, how do Susannah's and Laurel's choices shape the kids' lives more than the kids realize? I think Susannah telling, which, you know, Belly, we see her struggling with that idea of like, are you with me because your mom has told you? Literally. Also, what? Susannah was my favorite character when I first started watching it because I love that actress. She's very 90s icon for me. And I was like, wait. Imagine telling, like, you have 2 sons and you tell them and you know that they both feel for her. And it's like, but you're supposed to be with one of them and the other one is supposed to be your best friend, but you guys will figure it out. I'm just like, Susannah, these kids are too young. They're going to get so confused. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I think she loved Belly so much.
She wanted her in the family.
She wanted her in the family.
I don't really think she cared. I don't think she really, like, said to Conrad, you have to be with Belly. Like, this Belly is the one for you. You know, because at one point she saw Belly and Jeremiah together.
But first she was Conrad die hard. She was like, go ask him.
No,
but she knew
they got together after.
No, but she knew because she saw how Jeremiah would act.
Well,
she knew how Jeremiah felt about Belly, but she never found out how if Belly had feelings for Jeremiah in any way.
But you remember that moment?
Yeah, in the bedroom.
You remember there's a moment in season 2 where it's like a flashback when Belly goes to visit her and she's doing the letters stuff, and she talks about I feel like she was talking about Jeremiah.
She told her. Yeah,
she was like, you know, we haven't talked in a while. Like, he doesn't want to talk to me and stuff like that. And that's when she was like, when I'm gone, make sure you take care of him. And there was like a lot of people saying like,
my God,
which him was she talking about?
Yeah.
You know, but I think she resonated that as Jeremiah. Like, when I'm gone, like, that's still gonna be your best friend. Take care of him.
Right. What I mean is like she never found out about she never saw a relationship not a friendship relationship. I mean, like a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, between Belly and Jeremiah. She never saw that alive.
She knew what was going on.
But she I mean, she's just like, I feel like she made it very messy.
I think, yeah. And I think Laurel, I still don't see how you could go every summer to your best friend, even if you guys are sisters and soulmates. Like every summer,
It's a beach
that's
house.
crazy.
It's a beach
I'm
house.
trying to go to the beach house every summer.
I wish my best friend had a beach house.
Hold
Right?
up.
If I had kids, I'd be like,
Hector.
let's take this motherfucker
Can
kids
Hector get a beach house so that we can all go to the beach?
Oh, yeah, we don't have a beach house. I have a beach apartment, but I don't have brothers. So I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, you know what? It's getting to Taylor and Steven. I know in the book they don't have a storyline per se, but
very
these
quick.
two characters, I was so happy with them towards the end.
Yeah.
I'm happy because Taylor really was trying to be there for Belly as much as she could. I'm happy that finally they were done with the BS and they decided to tell each other how they felt. And I think they've had one of the best character developments arcs I saw in Taylor.
Mhm.
I think she changed so much towards the end.
And I love seeing her home life, like her relationship with
mom.
her mom. Oh, we needed that. 'Cause
Yeah.
also
Needed that. It
explained
made you. It made me like her more.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes I'd be like, bro, Taylor's so fucking insufferable.
Yeah.
And then like,
At the beginning, yeah.
and then
It's just boys, which
Boys.
now we understand.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Boys.
now we understand, and also like the dynamic between like she's basically like her mom to
Yeah.
her mom.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought her mom slept with Steven
I
when
know, you
Steven
told
saw
me
her
that.
at the
I was
bar.
like,
I
that's
wasn't the only one. I
ridiculous,
saw people on
Valeria.
TikTok
I'm
being
like-
like, I think the guy she's talking about is Steven.
Valeria's
Ew.
messy.
Yeah.
Valeria likes to get it messy.
I was like, I think maybe she was so drunk. She was like, Steven, because she kept hitting up Steven. And I'm like, that's a lot to like be hitting
That's
up
her
Steven.
son-in-law. She said, I'm
But
hitting
at
my
that
son-in-law.
time they weren't. No. She wanted her to marry him and whatever. But which good for her. She got what she wanted.
Mhm.
She knew what was best. Let's okay, is Steven's growth about becoming responsible or about realizing that being vulnerable makes him stronger? Let me
Both.
both. Okay.
Yeah, both.
Because in a lot of season 1 of the show, you see how he's so playful and isn't in season 1 you also see him get vulnerable too because he was dating the Asian girl.
Yeah.
Which I think that was his
Shayla, what's her name?
I think so.
I think
Shayla.
that was his first introduction
No.
of us seeing him in love.
Was it Shayla?
I don't think
I think it was
I don't know
Shayla.
where my phone is.
I think her name.
It could have been
Shayla, maybe.
Yeah.
There's
Which is-
something in my eye.
Which I'm like, the names? Come on.
Did you guys hear that she I'm kidding. I'll tell you guys later because that's messy and we're not trying to hate on the characters.
But I think he definitely became open to being more vulnerable
yeah.
from that relationship, and being with Taylor, I felt like it's a different type of responsibility because he's in love with her, but you see him being also a man and helping them in their like financial situations. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
That
the
was
fact that
really
he was
interesting.
he offered to gave his
pay
mom
for-
$5,000.
That's crazy.
I was like, that's love.
Yeah, that is love. Yes.
that's a man.
That's a man.
You know what I think? That there's a post and pre and post his accident. I think that is what marked Taylor and Steven to
Oh,
grow
for sure,
up a little
1000%.
longer.
Yes.
I think that hit them in the face of like Taylor being like, wait, I want to be with this guy. Like, what are we doing? And then Steven kind of like
Like this girl.
backtracked.
This girl literally tells me.
I think he chose himself in that moment because the whole time they're messing around,
Yeah.
he's all in. He doesn't want to do this messing around. He broke up with the girlfriend that he was with first before
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And that whole thing before the accident, like them in the car, he's pleading with her, like, I want you, like, break up with
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
Like, let's stop
And
fucking around. I'm
she
sorry.
She
am
was
I allowed to
scared.
say bad words.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I just normally don't. So I was like, oh, I just said fuck. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, I just said a bad word.
I think she needed that wake up call of
Yes.
seeing him
yes.
on the brink of life and death so that she can open up.
Like,
and
I'm gonna
she
lose
can
him
be
for
vulnerable.
real.
Because she
Right.
was scared of commitment.
Right. So
Yeah.
when he wakes up, I think at that point he's like, fuck, this just happened to me because I was vulnerable. Maybe I should choose myself.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let me tell you something. My favorite line of this season was, who the fuck is
is
Lindsay
Lindsay
Marone?
Marone?
Yes.
Who the fuck is Lazy Marone?
That was the best line because it was so genuine. It might have even been improv. Maybe not. We should ask him. But that was like really good. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I think we all know who Lazy Marone is now.
Let's talk about Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm kidding, Conrad. Let's get to it, okay? So
Connie, baby.
Connie, baby.
This is 100% your look, Connie, baby.
Wait. Did you like his haircut? Like his hair?
No, I
in the
hated his
third
hair in season 3.
I felt like he looked like a little grandma-ish.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
Like
Can
I
we go
wanted
back
to be like
move it to the side.
man. Like that
why
one,
didn't he look like this?
I don't know.
Like move to, a little bang, a little swoop.
I guess they were trying to make him look more mature, but
more
it
like
made
a
him
doctor.
Yeah, more like a doctor.
But no.
But it regardless, I don't
Regardless, I'm in love with him.
I'm in love with my
Not
little
me,
slutty
Valentina.
watch.
His character, I feel like
Okay.
Jenny.
No, let's talk about like in general. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think it supersedes his look or his hair or whatever.
Yeah, that's
I don't
the
think
thing.
he's attractive.
Honestly, no, he's not. Like I don't
Compared to Jeremiah.
Yeah,
Pick
Jeremiah
him
is
off of
beautiful.
love.
And then compared to Benito wins.
No, no.
Okay.
I would choose Jeremiah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, no.
You
I
got
would
it
pick
here,
Benito
folks.
versus Jeremiah. Okay, we're talking about looks.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
wait, yeah.
I'm talking about looks.
Go. Okay.
No, I mean Jeremiah was a golden boy. He had like this golden skin, these beautiful curls,
gorgeous,
sky blue eyes. He was a beautiful guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was beautiful. But Conrad, I don't.
You fall in love. That's you fall in love with the personality, not the looks. That's literally what they were.
Yeah, but it
don't
wasn't
see
even
it.
like that because I don't like guys like Conrad. Like what I mean.
If
like,
you meet her boyfriend,
he's
it's the opposite of who Conrad is.
Yeah, he's the opposite.
That's interesting.
Interesting. What is
opposite.
the psychology there?
I don't know, but I don't know. Like, I just always rooted for him because I don't know. Like, I felt like he was struggling so much internally.
That's
I felt
typical.
bad.
The tormented soul.
The tormented guy, and I was always like, it's like for example, in Twilight, Jacob and Edward. I was Team Edward, and he was a
Okay. I've
tormented
never seen
guy.
that. Yeah.
You've never seen Twilight?
No.
I was Team Edward. I wasn't Team Jacob.
Okay.
I was Team Jacob though.
I was Team Edward, and I was always like,
I
Team Edward.
can say Gilmore Girls. I was always Team Jesse.
But you know, Conrad wasn't always this. I feel like we label him as this man who just has this dark cloud all the times. We saw him
Not that
be
much.
alive sometimes.
Not that
though.
much, girl. Not that much.
Come
Maybe
on.
like season 3.
No, yeah, we
I can
did.
give it to you. Season 3, I was like, yes, and then
He was so
sometimes
sassy,
like
too.
playing.
I
Like,
love
playing
sassy.
things.
Like that episode when after he
don't
sees
know.
them kissing, he's like, "So Belly, which one of us two kisses better?"
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Messy."
Oh, I'll always be the guy who taught you. How
I
to
always
ride a
had
bike.
to be the guy
Ride
who
a
taught
bike?
ride a bike.
no, guys, it doesn't hit me.
No, but you see,
it doesn't hit me.
like this is the thing though.
It doesn't hit me.
Conrad is a man written by a woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that a lot of the things that he does were like,
In
Oh,
real life, we're
he's-
like, no, like a red flag.
Right.
Well,
Being
oh,
like-
that's a good point. I'm so sorry. That's such a good point. Because some of the conversations like he would have, I had Hector next to me, and I'd be like, "Have you ever heard two men talk that way?" And he's like, "No,
exactly because he's a man.
that
it's-
shit doesn't happen. It's so fake. Not in a way that like she's an incredible writer, but the reality is like I don't know. Hector said it's so good. What did you say? You say it.
I don't remember exactly, but I just was saying that two men, especially at that age, they're not mature, developed enough to like express their feelings. And even if you were, like, you're not at a point where you're gonna tell your friend, have those deep conversations. That takes
Yeah.
like so much time for guys.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And it has to
so
be, like,
exactly that's what I
specific.
mean. Like
Yeah.
it's their characters
That's a
written by a
really good
woman.
point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
It makes sense. And
makes sense.
I also think Jenny Han is a genius because I think she's watched The Notebook, she's watched The OC, she's watched all these incredible shows and put them all like the soundtrack that she picked for Gen Z, but she also mainly picked for millennials. Like a song like Bon Iver's Skinny Love. I was like, are you kidding me? But then she'll pick like U2 for like With or Without You. And I'm like, what is
Or Wild
this? And then
Horses.
Wild Horses. And then
Horses,
she'll go into like, I always have eyes for you. And I'm like, oh my God. So I think this show, like DOC, I always say it, they have the best soundtrack ever. Like DOC soundtrack is the best TV show soundtrack that I can possibly ever think of. So I think she's just a genius, but you're right. Like a lot of the characters, like for me watching Conrad, my thing was like some moments were so good, but then I'm like, that is so unrealistic.
Exactly.
So unrealistic.
So
for
I'm
you
just
to
there,
like,
like,
I know it's like dreamy for a lot of reasons, but then I'll be like, wait, like if this was my real life, if I was Belly and you came to me with a lot of things he brought her, I'll be like, are you crazy, sir?
well, that's the thing though. That's what I'm saying. Like, for example, in reality, I would be like, Belly, you need to stay away from both brothers.
100%.
You need to go to therapy.
Right.
They all do.
Like,
we
but
all do.
for the sake of the drama, I'm
Yeah.
like Team Conrad, 100%.
Yeah.
Till I die, I defend this man like my life depends on
I
it.
see that. Yeah. She's like, he's perfect. Period. Next. Period.
I
He's
don't see not
perfect.
one
I love
flaw.
it. He's
Period.
amazing. He was mean. I don't care. I love it.
But you know, what's funny though? I know we were talking about how like I like my boyfriend is the opposite of
He is.
So like, okay, like I always like blonde, pretty boy looking guys.
Mm.
Like that when I was like younger, I always liked the blonde hair, but I've always liked light eyes. That's always been my thing. I've always like I love a man with light eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Andres has light eyes?
Andres has blue eyes.
What? I thought his eyes were brown.
No,
I don't know
Andres'
this
eyes
guy.
are like they're like blue on the outside and green in
What?
the middle. You've never seen?
I don't think I've ever
Andres'
seen.
eye?
But you know, in the book, they describe like when Conrad first enters, Belly describes him as like a dark featured man, like boy.
Who?
Conrad.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I literally have it
I
highlighted,
think-
and she's comparing Jeremiah to Conrad, and like Jeremiah's the one with the curly hair.
No, but I feel like the cast for Jeremiah was impeccable
Mhm.
because he's exactly how they describe him in the
Yes.
book. Like exactly, like golden skin.
Yeah.
blue-
Oh, I saw
curls,
that. Yeah.
Blue eyes. It's
It's
crazy.
literally Jeremiah.
But I don't remember
Gavin.
them being
I
that featured.
I can show it to you guys.
I mean,
now.
I believe it, but I didn't remember it.
no, wait. I have a question for you guys.
Go.
When do you think Conrad showed his true self in one moment that you can think in this moment? Conrad was who he really is.
him I think all through season 3 working on the house, staying there with her, not going back to California to work a job,
I think-
taking her to the Michael's.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
I
okay,
think
that
I
was
think
that
the moment
that episode.
Yeah.
I think the episode that he
Same.
narrates, like
Calling Laurel.
calling Laurel.
Oh yes, that is Conrad. That is the Conrad that I was like, oh, thank God. Yes,
And
and
calling
he's not
Laurel
crazy.
accepting to become the best
Yes.
man
Yep.
because
Yeah,
the only
okay.
reason he accepted was because he saw her crying.
Yep.
But I guess accepting to be that's not his true self because in reality he's in love with Belly. So how can you
No,
say?
but what I'm saying is
But
because
when he
It was a
talked to
selfless
Laurel,
act.
it was like putting her and before him because he
no,
does
but I'm
that a
talking
lot.
about the real Conrad that like is in therapy and like he's no longer doing that BS
Oh,
of like
yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
put
it
everyone
says
before
it-
me. No, when he was like Laurel, let me talk to you.
Yeah,
I felt like that scene. I was like, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
and no,
There you-
and then
no, I know when.
wait, I have another one. And then
Where?
when she tells him about like, oh, like you knew about
Yeah, the cheating.
the cheating, and he's like, yeah, I've always known. And she's like, and you've been like holding this
Yeah.
for so long, and he's like, don't I always don't
Yeah.
I always just do this?
Yeah, but no. When he was eating with Jeremiah and Adam, and they were like talking, and they were like, "Oh, what happened, Conrad?" With the thing, and he goes, "No, actually, they fired me, and I didn't go back to the thing, and this and that." And he was probably expecting them to like grill him, and Adam's like,
He was so honest.
"Okay," and
So-
Jeremiah's
mhm.
like, In that moment, I love that. And that was probably one of my favorite scenes in this season because I got to see the brothers and like the dad's dynamic.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, my favorite shift and arc was Adam's. What a
Mhm.
funny character.
Yeah.
Why?
Love
Why
him.
would you do that?
So funny. He'll
What?
be like, "Oh shit."
Oh,
Why would you
Conrad,
tell
you're
her
so
that?
happy to see your sister.
Your little sister.
I love him.
Messy.
He was comedic time was
Messy.
incredible, spotless, and like bringing the champagne from the wedding, and they're like,
That
"That's
shows
for my
you
wedding."
as an absent
He does-
father.
Yeah,
He does.
but
he
I
does
love
give
he was
you-
funny. Period.
He does give you a more likable
Yeah,
sense to
he
him.
was
than
funny.
In the book,
He was
he's
funny.
like the worst person ever.
Mhm.
I started off being like, but that's what I'm saying. The arc of things, how he ended, I was like, I know a lot of dads like that.
Mhm.
Like they always were worried about the finances. They weren't home that much, so
Yeah.
they didn't know like the teachers' names. But they would provide, and that's what he would do. Now the cheating, I don't, but I think he was. And when Conrad is able to get advice from him about staying away, he's like, yeah, that's why I stayed away. He could clearly see how Conrad was more empathetic towards his father because they do have a lot in common at the end of the day. Like he
But-
was trying to fight so hard to not be like Adam, but then when he realized like, okay, we have things in common that some are stronger than others, that like I can change and be better myself.
Mhm.
But his dad is not all bad. Just like me saying Conrad is all bad, he's not all bad. Just like me saying Jeremiah is all bad, they're not all bad. They have good things. You know what I mean?
Like they have redeemable qualities.
Yeah.
Not Adam. You can't be cheating on your dying wife with the assistant.
I just
And you're
feel
still
like
dating
I
the
just feel
assistant.
yeah, like I'm not Adam's like fan at all. I just feel like in the show towards the end she made him a little funnier, which
yeah.
made you like him a little more.
No, but he started coming around a lot more to see how
Right.
his sons are doing. You can't take that from him
I mean,
because
yeah,
he made a
I
I
mistake.
mean, you
He
better.
better
You're
is
the,
their
you're,
mom
you're the
died.
only parent.
Right, but he doesn't have to. There's dads that don't. They just dip.
Oof.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
But he came back and he was like, "How are you doing?" and give them advice. And the best thing he did was cutting this guy off. Then he showed he wants to be the bear. You know what I mean? If his dad would have not done that, he probably was still taking and mushing off his money. And like I think Adam has good things towards the end. You know?
I mean, yeah, towards
he
the
stepped
end
up, and I
he
think
does-
Laurel, being the most like, she's judgy, she was like, okay, he's not that bad.
Mhm.
Like we're already past that. Like,
I mean, Laurel
Susanna's
dated
not
him.
here. Exactly. So, and I think Susannah not being there, like, what can you do?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
what
I
can
mean,
you
yeah,
do?
towards the end he definitely had some things that he did fix a lot of the things that he did. But yeah.
Yeah, but he did.
I think okay.
I think
I don't
Susannah
think
would have been
fix.
happy.
Well,
I do
try to
think-
get better.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's in the process.
He's
of
in the
getting
process.
better.
There's the car scene where it's all three of them,
Mhm.
Conrad, Jeremiah, and Adam. And Conrad is like, "Oh, when did you start dating Kaylee?" Because in season 2, he tells Belly how like his dad cheated
Yeah.
on his mom and stuff. And just him not being honest, and I feel
Yeah,
like
but
I
how
would have
can you
respected
tell him?
Adam.
How can you
No, I would have respected Adam if that moment.
with Jeremiah in the back?
Yes,
No,
yes,
No.
no. Jeremiah's not a baby anymore.
no.
And the whole thing
Why
with
would you want
Adam
to say
and
that?
cutting him off, he wants him to grow up. That would have been a perfect moment to be honest.
But that's grown up stuff. That he doesn't need to. He knows how Conrad is like doing.
But aren't they all grown ups at this point?
Supposedly, but sometimes I don't even think so. Aren't they like 20?
I think that's the thing that's wrong with Jeremiah's upbringing. Like, there's too much coddling for Jeremiah.
Yeah.
That he needs to know his dad's faults.
I just don't think it was the right moment to
because
talk
also
about that
Jeremiah
in the car.
spent
That's crazy.
so long. Like, Jeremiah had his own thing where he was trying to prove himself to his dad. I'm pretty sure if Jeremiah knew about that, he would have followed suit with Conrad, going to therapy, being as different as my dad that I could possibly be. Instead, he turned into a mini Adam.
I just feel like it's not the right moment to talk about something in their wedding weekend to ruin Jeremiah's life right before he's gonna get married. I'm sorry, but as a parent, I don't want to have that conversation where everybody's gonna fight with
needed
each
that.
other.
He
But
needed
not in
that.
that moment. He did, but not in that moment. Because it's Jeremiah's weekend. Like, how messed up can you be to be like, yeah, you know what? I cheated on your dying mother. Like, Jeremiah, that would have destroyed him on
Was
his
that
weekend.
was that the wedding?
Yeah, it was when
Yeah.
they went to eat the
I
steaks.
didn't even remember that
they
was
all
on the
had
wedding
steaks.
weekend.
Yeah, you can't have that conversation right there. But I do think he should have been honest with them. But then on the other side of that, I feel like sometimes those
I think
brothers
Jeremiah
don't
would have
act too
reacted
mature.
I think we don't know.
We don't know.
I feel like he probably wouldn't have reacted in a manner of okay,
But you
that
don't know.
that wrecked him.
You know what I mean?
But I also don't know.
But you
right.
don't know if you could just be like, yeah, I was cheating on your mother for a long time, and like, damn,
Well,
we
not
just
that
had a
delivery.
nice dinner though. We just had a nice dinner. Like, finally Conrad is opening up. I just don't think it was the time, but I do get what you're saying. Like, I do think like he had to be honest, and I'm sure they're gonna get to honesty later. But I do think that those two brothers
Messy.
are messy, and he sees that they're like, one is like getting married, it's super fast. Like the other one, like he just got fired from it. Like, I don't think he's like, what the fuck? It's not like he's talking to like 30-year-olds that are like, okay, we're having tobaccos and like we're sitting.
And also, let's understand this. Men don't develop common sense till after the age of 25.
Right.
27.
27, even worse.
27. Damn.
We 25.
Ooh.
Women 25, and I think men 27.
Exactly. So imagine.
Frontal lobes. I always say that. I'm like, they don't have their frontal lobes.
They don't.
But I think,
that?
I don't think he could have had that like man to man, which I wish he would have had. But I mean, I'm not saying he's perfect, but he definitely started showing up. And I think Susannah would have been happy to see Adam step up and try to at least bring a drink to the Getty and like wear the little.
Do you think if Susannah was alive and Adam would have probably came around and did all that stuff, I feel like Susannah would have been the one that's like, oh, getting the drinks and getting the hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, for sure.
He would have just
for
paid for
sure.
everything.
He would have paid for it.
It's on
But maybe he would have shown up, just like that time that Laura invited him and not her, and he still showed up, thinking that like Susannah was okay with him showing up the first season. He showed up, didn't he? Yeah. And he stayed. Then he had to go back to work, but he showed up. I think he does show up. He's not as an absent like as other fathers I can see in other shows and stuff and in real life. I think he was just there. He just was shitty, but he was there, you know?
Yeah.
He paid for the wedding,
I
girl.
also think that the biggest mistake was showing that favoritism in such a strong way.
That is the main
That is the
thing.
cause
That's
of a
set them
lot
up.
of the
That is
issues
the main
here.
thing, Valentina.
That is the boundary
core
of this,
thing.
this whole thing. Like, he made it so
Competitive.
obvious and so competitive, so one-sided that Jeremiah was like, he had his inferiority complex,
Yes.
big time.
He was the reason.
And
it didn't help that he was a pretty boy, because he gave very much like pretty boy like energy and mentality, especially in season 1. Like
Who?
Jeremiah.
Oh yeah.
like he knew he could get anything
Yeah.
he wanted.
Yeah. True
So-
that. You can't have everything you want in
No.
life. You didn't have Betty
You
at the
can't
altar.
always get
yeah,
what
there's
you want.
There's one scene where he's like,
But you get what you need. Oh yeah.
there's one scene when Jeremiah's like, you don't have to do that to get my attention. I'm like, ew.
What?
He says something to like Belly during like the death scene.
he gets really cringy. Like
And
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
so
boy.
cringy. Like that one. Is nobody gonna play with me?
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
wants to play with me. I'm like, boy, bye.
Go play with yourself.
Go play with yourself.
Their intimate scenes were the most
Oh,
cringiest.
I wanted to talk about this.
Okay,
I wanted
that's
to
a
talk
good one.
about this.
Yes,
I wanted to
yes,
talk
I
about
agree.
this because
Except the first kiss.
That's exactly why in the book she never has sex with Jeremiah.
But not in the show. The
Ew,
show she
so
did.
like in the show, like all of the you know the sex scenes that they show
Mm-hmm.
with Conrad, they're so passionate.
Yeah.
Like you could see the passion through the screen.
Yeah.
So like, oh my
From the eye contact, everything.
yeah, from the way Conrad looks at her,
Oh.
and then like for example, that scene of the day that they're going out to party, and that he's like, oh, we haven't had any time to ourselves, like Jeremiah and Belly, and then that she's kind of like, it's just ick. Like she didn't really want to do it, so it's kind of like.
Well, that's the thing, man. Like in their she slept with him, and then they went out, and then she's thinking about Conrad all night. I'm like, girl, what an
Messy.
internal struggle. Like,
Messy.
oh, that's
They
exhausting.
did all that, and Conrad was probably in the room next door.
Oh, that's horrible. Like knocking.
That's literally that's
Like,
literally.
girl,
I was scared that he was gonna come out and like
bro. She
And,
probably
like-
had that polar bear in like her room.
no, because they were in his room,
Yeah, in his room.
in Jeremiah's room.
Let's get into season 3 already.
Imagine.
Okay, let's get into season.
Let's get into season 3. I think
my favorite season.
there has a camera.
Well,
Bro,
yes and no.
Conrad looks okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. Wait, no, let's get into what you just said when they had made love at the end of the season. That she gets up and she's like, I need to use the bathroom. And then he's like, you don't want to cuddle? He didn't say that. But she says this thing that I can't stop thinking about. And she says, yeah, I gotta use the bathroom because if not, I get a UTI. You're a doctor.
You know that.
And I'm like, what a weird, Jenny, why would you put that comment in there? Like, what's the purpose of talking about, because it's true, when
It's
you
valid.
have
Yeah,
intimacy,
it's true.
it's better to pee after because you
right?
might you have a
UTI.
higher chance. But you only know this once you've experimented and you have been intimate. So was that comment to show that in Paris she has been living it up?
Well, yeah, because Benito, because then we
the
learned.
picture he gave her in
we
the bed.
learned-
Oh my God. I was literally like,
It's like, qué
my
pena.
God.
Qué pena con
Over
Conrad.
there, like,
Con señor Conrad.
Belly, you are
Yeah,
in your
she's
prime.
she's like,
And Conrad is like,
girl.
Conrad is like, cool picture. Okay.
Pobrecito, oh my God, he suffers so much in this scene.
Okay, so we learned.
Yes.
We learned that her and Benito
Have not been together for 6
have not
weeks.
been- yes, because she decided not to go to
Mexico.
She
Which,
ended it
why
with
would
it.
she not?
So I
would
feel like
love.
She didn't want to go eat chilaquiles.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like that sets up
very
that
messy.
she wasn't in Paris having this committed relationship with
no,
this
she
person.
wasn't.
She
Clearly.
probably was in Paris living it up.
I think
She
so.
she was smoking weed.
Weed?
She was
When
smoking.
did she
Wait.
When did she smoke weed?
I know what she's gonna say.
Wait, that scene when he like literally doesn't smoke. The
Yeah.
hottest
Sexiest scene
the
on life.
hottest,
Yeah.
the hottest. Where she's just like he never breaks
Doesn't
the eye
even break eye
contact.
contact.
He's just like
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
I was literally shaking.
Conrad,
I was
the
screaming.
man you are.
The man that you are, Conrad
my
Fisher.
God.
Conrad Beck Fisher. The man that you are.
Conrad Jamal Fisher.
Oh my gosh. Well, that takes me to the next thing. I love when Benito was like, "Why are you really here, Conrad?" I was gonna say Conrad. And he's like, it was close. What? And he was, it's not that
Not that
close.
close.
Loved it, clocked it. I was like, thank you. I knew that Benito wasn't gonna be long lasting because I don't know. I just didn't see it, but it was a good time. You could tell she had a good time with Benito.
In the book, he is a he is part.
He has a paragraph.
He has a paragraph, but it makes it understand. Like we
Yeah.
understand because in the book, Conrad writes letters. Like the letters, we read all of the letters that he sends her in the book. And in the book, there's one of the letters that he writes to Belly. That he lets.
I hear you have a boyfriend.
I hear you have a
now.
boyfriend over
Spanish
there.
Benito? What type of
Benito.
name is Benito?
He's like,
Yeah.
you're with the guy named Benito. So it's kind of like you understand that he understands that she was with someone.
Yeah.
You understand that she was with someone.
And
over
she's
there.
not longing or pining after you.
Exactly.
I mean, after that picture that he gave her, I'm sure he knew they have had a good time.
For sure. I mean, he saw the photos they had
In the
together
room.
in her
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, which okay, one
Chemistry.
thing.
Chemistry. Oh
Chemistry,
my.
yeah.
Something about. I mean, is
I honestly
it's
saw
Hispanic
more
men.
chemistry with Benito than I saw the whole 2 seasons with Conrad or Jeremiah. I'm not gonna lie
Hold
to you.
on.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes, girl.
Hold on.
I honestly did.
Conrad, all Conrad has to do is look at Belly.
Oh, maybe
and
I saw the
everyone
BTS.
is like,
I don't see it. You guys are seeing something completely different.
What?
Maybe because I've seen a lot of good dramas. I'm just like,
so have I.
yeah, but I don't see it.
So have
I don't
I.
see it. You know what I got from Conrad this season? A little creepy.
Yeah,
Like this boy
had
is
this
like
conversation.
writing and sending the Sour Patch and sending the teddy bear, and she's like,
Because
damn,
he loves
dude,
her.
I'm trying to be in a bob.
Wow.
Yeah, but honestly, for me, personally speaking, creepy as fuck. Like I'll literally be like, this boy is a little stalkerish.
I mean,
Little
if
stalkerish.
I would understand if it's somebody that I met a month ago.
right.
Yeah,
But
this
if
is
it's somebody
someone
that I've
she
known since
was
I'm
in love
a
with.
little girl,
Yeah.
it's not
Yes.
creepy.
Val,
I'm
come
sorry.
on.
I think that's a little stalkerish. Like,
Put yourself in Belly's shoes.
okay.
You've been in love with this boy since you were what, 3? 3 years old.
Okay.
Since 3 to 16,
Okay.
pining over him, wanting him to show me some type of affection, attention, anything.
Okay. I'm walking.
Which
with
he
you.
gave her
Hold
all the
on.
fucking
I'm
time,
walking,
but
I'm
she was
walking.
too blind to fucking see it.
16, they have a little fling from 16 and 17, something like that. They go
Okay.
to prom together, it doesn't work out. Blah, 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 blah.
He dumps her.
He dumps
Okay.
her, yeah. But that love is still there,
Okay.
right? Keep
Mhm.
walking.
I'm walking. I'm walking.
Keep walking. Yeah, I start dating his brother.
Doesn't she dump him?
No. Well, yes. She was like, yeah, well, yeah, it's over then. And then he does try
And
to
did he say no?
no. Because he was,
He just didn't say
She's
anything?
running.
yeah, she was running away.
He couldn't
it was
stop her?
raining too.
Oh, you guys are so Team Conrad.
No.
He was running. He could have gotten his little hair wet.
He was
He
already
couldn't stop
wet.
her.
He was wet. He was drenched.
Exactly. So he could have stopped her.
But okay.
Mm-hmm.
She dates his brother.
Okay.
Christmas comes along.
Okay.
I thought I was over this man.
Okay.
But only a look
Okay.
brought all these feelings back.
Okay.
I'm still dating his brother. Now I'm engaged to his brother.
Damn.
I took his brother back after cheating on me. I'm still comparing his brother to him. Whatever.
I still tell
The
his
wedding-
brother that I'm always gonna love him.
Right.
I'm always gonna love him.
Wedding weekend, he actually, there's no more sugarcoating. He tells me that he loves me.
Yeah.
Bad timing. Yes. Bad timing. It's my wedding weekend. I have already committed myself to his brother to doing this.
Okay.
But in the back of your mind, in the
Mhm.
back of my mind, she is still thinking about him.
Okay. Okay.
So even though the wedding doesn't happen and she goes to Paris, overall she's always going to still be thinking about him. So now when he's writing her letters, it makes it so much more passionate. Like, yes, it was one thing for you to tell me how much you love me on my wedding weekend, but now you're putting a lot more action into it. I feel like a lot of the times we saw Belly putting action
Yeah.
into
A
Conrad,
lot of the times.
and
yeah.
Conrad would give her action, but also would take it back.
Exactly.
So we needed to see him actually put 110%.
Make it clear.
Yes.
Because, like, for example, look, I
No
thought you knew.
sugarcoated.
I thought you knew, and it's like, okay, then
Yes.
if you didn't know, I'm gonna make it as obvious as I
Yep.
fucking can. I love you. Like,
Yep.
I'm in love with you. You're always in my mind.
And it's one thing to say it, but this is him showing it.
yeah.
He could have shot her a text. No, this man took paper
Sent a pigeon.
and pen,
Yeah.
sent the freaking bear, sent her
Yeah.
favorite candies.
Mm-hmm. Sour Patch.
That was the definition of sitting on business.
So what
He
do I
was-
say now? Can I tell you what I think?
In
In the name of Belly, what are you doing here, Conrad? What are you doing here,
I'm here to
Conrad?
get what's mine.
I just give you my address for some little notes. What are you doing
No.
here,
It
Conrad?
wasn't for the little note because if she wasn't, no. Come on, Belly. I would.
I'm not Belly. Literally, I would literally.
I'm not Belly.
I'm not Belly.
No, because
Um,
there's no way you're moving. If she didn't care about those letters and receiving those acts from
I mean,
him,
and she tells him.
she
Yeah.
would
She
have never
clearly.
sent a
She
letter
tells him.
back.
She tells him in the episode. She's like, your letters kept me going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. You know, I think one or two, but in my personal opinion, guys, I'm sorry, but I would have been like, I need some break, bro. Like I moved all the way to Paris. Send me an email. I'll get back to you. That boy kept writing to her, even if she didn't write
And
back.
she loved it. She carried them letters with her like it was freaking air.
I mean, good for her, but I don't know if she's a little liar. But when she saw him, she was like, "What are you doing here? Oh my God, okay, this is really cool, but I'm also trying to make this live." I just feel like he was very like intense sometimes about like things. Like she needed, but then again, that's the way it should be because it's a show. Then it has a lot of high ratings,
that's
and
also
we
the
need
way-
that. And I think Jenny Han is a very smart woman, and she knows what the public wants. And at the end of the day, she gave everyone what she wanted because I never said like it's the most terrible thing that she would end up with Conrad. I just think it's a little too soon. Realistically speaking, a year is not enough to move from a guy you were going to marry to his brother again. And then that's why I like that. It's just so surreal how some people watching this show, they're like, I can't believe Belly told him that. Oh, poor Connie. Like, no. You guys have to understand that, like, Belly has been torn. Yes, she loves Conrad, but she was going to marry someone. That's not light.
But I think that speaks on her. It
But
speaks
we all know
on
this
She
her
needed
wasn't
time.
gonna
She needed
happen.
time. She needed time.
because I think it shows that she just wasn't in love with.
Oh, your mic.
I think it shows that she wasn't in love with Jeremiah in that way. Because even the scene, the scene that I told you about where she talks about
Her
if my dad cheated on my mom, I don't think even that would have excited her enough to like care.
Yeah.
We see Jeremiah cheat on her twice and she takes him back and marries him, decides to commit. But we see Conrad just retreat in his own emotions to take care of himself, and that puts her in a frenzy.
Mhm.
Overall, I think, yes, we're talking about, okay, you said yes to this proposal. Yes, getting married is very serious, but when we think about Belly's psychological
And also the age that
like,
she is.
the age she is, the
But no, but in the show, how old is she?
She's 21.
She's 21.
She's not that young.
But
That's
also
still young.
Also you
Yeah.
see
To
like
get married.
this is her example of love as well. Her parents, you know, they had a failed marriage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would love to see what she would think about what's a marriage. Because you know how some kids, you know, when their parents are divorced, you either strive to have a perfect marriage that never ends up in divorce, or you probably know, you know, maybe I'm doomed in a relationship, doomed in this relationship, and it might end up in divorce. So I don't think like Jeremiah is her Adam to her mom.
Yeah.
So of course she was gonna commit to him, and I mean, I guess I feel like Jeremiah was just there. Conrad wasn't there anymore. So
That's
it was
the
like,
thing.
Well, isn't that crazy? Because so many boys in the first season. Cameron. We can't forget Mr. Cam. She had Cam. She had the guys that
was better. He was better off.
with the whales.
He was
Yeah,
like,
he dodged a
Bye, I'm
bullet.
out.
Cam
He's
didn't
like, this
even
girl
come
likes
back
both
to her and be like,
brothers.
hey, this is not her. Cam literally just
You know how
stopped
many
coming
men
around.
there were at Cousin's Beach house? Like in the circle of friends for her to pick Jeremiah? Jeremiah wasn't just there. He also was hooking up with people and things happened. You can't just be like, he was just there sitting down waiting for her, because I didn't see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was living.
Yeah,
I
he was
think,
living it up.
But what was I saying? Yeah, I think Conrad
All the way to
had
Lacey.
good. Oh, the ending. Okay.
You were talking about.
I feel like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like I still Belly still has a lot of unresolved issues
1000%.
because she didn't have enough time to grieve her wedding.
We also
she got married. He shows up. I'm sorry, but in 1 year, you can't just be
But
like.
we also don't.
That's why
know-
she's so hesitant after they sleep together. She's like,
Oh well, yeah, for
shit.
sure. I mean,
she went from like, I don't know, yeah, go to Conrad, kiss me. That's dramatic, and we love it, and it works. But realistically speaking, what the heck?
I was
How did you
yelling at
change
the
your
TV.
brain? Like,
I was like, get out of there, run!
yeah.
Run! I was screaming.
And Jenny Han knows this, and that's why it
was
went down like
screaming.
that.
I was
That's
like-
why it went down like
I was
that.
like this. Anyway, but
Yeah.
like for example, so are we talking about the movie? Are we gonna talk about the movie?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're still in the season finale.
Because I was gonna say something.
I would love to see
theories.
her
Oh,
going
yeah,
to
we're only
therapy
talking
though.
about the finale, by the way, because it's too much to recap. Like,
Yeah.
Now on, if you want.
I would love to see her going to therapy though.
I just like, for example, you know what? How we know, like, because obviously she changed the ending and some things with the book. So in the ending, she says that she didn't go back to Cousins that summer.
Yeah.
But she did. But I did go back,
Mm-hmm.
and then we see them together. We don't know how long it's been
Yep.
since she went back.
I like that scene. I wish, to be honest with you, that it didn't end with her. It's a really cute moment for like the cinematic point of view for her to run to the train and for them to meet and kiss. And I've seen really funny TikToks
then
of like
she's
the
like-
person next to
She's
them.
I
Like,
saw
just like
you. The infinity sign, and then he just touches it like he's like it's real, and then he gives her a kiss.
See, here's the
Like,
thing
I
in the
love you,
book.
Belly. Oh my god.
Because
Yeah.
I think that's what Valentina's trying to say. Because in the book,
we're gonna do.
We
How
end
many
off-
times do we say in the book? Remember how you said how many times we say it's
In
not
the
Conrad,
book.
it's in the book. In the book.
no, but for real, in the book, the ending, the last chapter is
Very summarized.
yeah, it's very summarized,
like-
but it's also like the wedding.
Uh-huh.
It's the wedding. They depart. Conrad leaves. You don't even know where Conrad goes, but them two end the relationship.
I love that ending.
But
Yes.
and then from there is
Mhm.
we see the letters that Conrad
Yeah.
starts writing Belly.
Oh,
So
there
we
you
don't
go.
get-
So it's not within
we
the
don't-
year that she's in Paris.
Right. We don't.
Oh, thank
In
God.
the book, you don't.
But you
get a
see how it
timeline.
could be weird
Yeah.
within the year?
Yeah.
Girl, thank you. That's what I was trying to get to. I'm like, am I crazy?
We need another season.
We need
honestly.
another
We need another
season.
season or more episodes.
Something. Because I was like,
we needed more episodes.
it's not enough.
That's why
Because
I
he
don't-
made, you know what? Because of that, I'm not the only one thinking this. It made Conrad feel a little bit not like serial killer like Joe from You, but he made him a little bit like writing and this. I'm freaking Belly like, hey, thanks for the letters, dude. Yeah, this is my new address. Show up if you want, but like if you don't want to, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like very like nonchalant because she should. She shouldn't be like, I'm in love with you and I can't wait to be with you. That's just not realistic. It's
I
a
would
year. You
love
know
for
how
a
fast
man
the
to
year
just
happens?
write me.
I would love for a man
letters.
to write me letters, and
What?
this writes me little like gift cards on special
Oh.
days, and I have them.
How do you not see
Yeah,
the
but you didn't
romance
sleep with
in
his
that?
brother and you weren't going to marry his brother,
But
Valentina.
What I'm saying is,
Get real.
I would love a man to write me letters.
Yes,
That's the love
I
of
agree
her
with that. But
life.
I'm talking about Conrad.
The love of her
After
life.
everything
Conrad,
happened,
the love of her
she
life.
slept with her brother, and she was gonna marry his brother.
Listen,
That's
Conrad is
crazy.
endgame.
That's crazy.
Endgame.
And
Crazy.
Bane.
Yeah, just not yet. Like that was my whole
Her
thing.
first and the last love of her life was writing her handwritten letters. And then
Who
she,
does that
and then
nowadays?
she wrote one little postcard.
Hector
and
leaves
that
me
was-
notes. Te amo.
Notes.
Yeah.
But who writes?
But you love that. You love that, didn't you?
Of course, because it's my husband, and I never really
Okay,
was
and
able to
if
do
you-
that with him.
And if you wrote that in the dating stage, you wouldn't have loved that?
Yeah, but that's not the question. You guys are twisting
No, I
it
get what you mean.
in order to love Conrad more. I'm saying if I did him dirty like that, do you think Hector would write me letters after I slept with his fucking brother and I was gonna marry him? That boy would like disappear. I would have never seen Hector again.
You
Tell
saw
me I'm
him
wrong.
on Christmas.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, no.
hold on,
if it
hold
was
on,
his-
hold
if
on.
it
He's
was
gonna
his
talk.
brother.
He's gonna talk.
You would never do that. So
Exactly. Thank you, baby.
But the thing is that obviously, like in general, that's what I'm saying. Like if we're gonna think about things in a realistic point of view, this whole thing is
fucked up.
ridiculous
Yeah.
and fucked up. Like you're messing with two brothers.
Yeah.
That's not okay. But I'm not thinking about it in a realistic point
Yeah.
of view. I'm not sitting here being like, realistically speaking, everything. No.
No, you're thinking, I love Conrad so much and everything he does is perfect. Yes,
no,
you
character.
are.
but I'm
The
not. But I'm not
The
talking about just
character.
Conrad. I'm talking about like the story in general.
Yeah.
Like the story in general, like it's fucked up in reality.
Mhm.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the show. In the show, I'm like Team Conrad. So like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So in the
But you
show,
can see like the little things of like him writing so soon.
I don't find that weird. I don't find that weird.
Yeah.
I don't find that weird because it's not somebody. I would find it weird if it's somebody that it's two brothers that they met the same year. She hooked up with one brother and the other one, and then the other one starts writing her letters out of nowhere. I would find that weird then. But this is someone that she's known since she's 3 years old. That she's been in love since
Since
then.
birth. She's known him
That-
since birth.
That it's not just like a new person in her life. So I don't find that weird. You know,
What do you
like
think-
it's someone that is having Thanksgiving with my family back home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I feel you.
It's
I
not
feel you.
like a stranger. If it's a stranger, a guy I just met, then okay, sir, calm the fuck down. Like, I'm not gonna send you a postcard with my new address so you can keep writing me letters. No,
I just think
I
like
feel like
real love gives you time, gives you space. I think
He
I would
did.
have
He did.
appreciated more if I don't think that's what I call giving space and time. I think if he would have done that later on, you know, and then they meet again, maybe after she comes back from Paris and they have a conversation, and then she's like, I got your letters and now I'm ready to talk about this, and they make love that night, and then they end up getting married, and you see them going into, it's not realistic because it's not real life, but it is a good ending for me. It's more
respect that.
doable. It's more
I mean,
smooth.
I respect
Because you
that.
know what? Because of this, Conrad looked like not the type of guy he is. Like he was like there, like this tormented again, like writing and letters, and he didn't text her, he didn't email her,
No.
and then she's like living her freaking life. Honestly, like she's just like having a good time.
I think that the decision of her going to Paris was excellent. I think the decision of her living the life that she was living in Paris was amazing.
And I think him going to Paris and seeing that
I
was
also-
also very necessary.
Yeah, because he says it. He's like, I see like the life that you have here. Like she's a different person than the person that he's used to seeing her home, and he still loves her. You know what I mean? And he tells her, he's like, if I would have met you tonight, I would love you.
Right. Period.
That's nice. That is very.
He's like, if I would have met you tonight, I would still be in love with you. So it's not, to me, it's not weird. But I respect your opinion.
I respect yours. Hey, you got good points. You got good points, Valentina. That was really
I don't
good.
respect that.
I don't care. Anyway, she writes a little bit harder for. I think Conrad is hers. Honestly,
For
she
real,
won.
For real. You won.
Who was your favorite friend this season from her French group?
Oh, my Gemma.
Gemma.
I love Gemma.
She was so dope. Did you guys see when they were in the dinner that Benito looked at one of the friends from that, I forgot her name, like the crazy funny one. I feel like they have something
going on.
The one
think
that,
they're
the
next.
one that isn't she with somebody?
Didn't they have
No.
something going on? I think
at the beginning.
right.
Like they were like
mentioned
friendly,
that.
yeah, and then two of their like the Gemma and her girlfriend looked at each other, and then like saying like, look at them, here we go again. Like it's like that's Conrad and Belly, but like Benito and this woman.
Yeah.
You saw it too?
Yeah.
I was like, that's
I didn't
cool.
even pay attention, but I'll pay attention. I'll watch it again.
I'm gonna go home and watch it.
I didn't really catch up
So
to that.
sad. The supporting characters are not getting that much love.
I know.
I did love Gemma.
Seriously. You did talk about that. What were you gonna say about that? Are you talking about the colors and the races? The colors? Not enough. The races? The race? Inclusion? You know? Come on. You were like, I want to talk about it. You were talking about Valentina?
I was talking about Valentina not seeing.
Wait, what Valentina? I'm confused. What are you talking about?
I was talking about Valentina not seeing what we saw between Benito.
I thought you said I'm mad that the characters didn't
No,
get
I
enough
said
support.
I said so sad. The supporting
How did I hear that? I thought you said you literally whispered. You're like, I'm sorry. I was like, what? Oh, talk about it.
No.
Okay.
But that is very valid.
Okay. Hello.
valid.
The delivery is crazy.
I was like, the way she delivered that.
How else am I supposed to say it?
Hector is really what's making me like.
What? I'm confused. Are we not in the same
Hector's
room?
laughing. It was hilarious.
Oh.
No.
You don't have to talk about it.
No, but that is.
Is that not a thing?
No, for me it is.
When you gonna talk about it?
For me it is. I would have loved.
Okay, there you go. Hello.
Love to see more diversity. And not only this show, but a lot of like young adult spin-off shows from books and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because especially since this is a book that's being made into a show, you have a lot of more room to introduce a lot more things. Just like
Belly.
Jeremiah. No. Just like Jeremiah. Jeremiah in the book is not that fluid.
Yeah.
And we've included him being fluid in the show because that also gives a space for queer people to also see themselves on the show.
Right.
Where me, I'm like, yeah, we've seen that one girlfriend from season 1.
Annika?
No.
Annika's
Who?
the one that
Conrad.
The one that dated
Conrad and went
Annika's
to the
Nicole.
Yeah, Nicole. We've seen her,
I liked her.
and then we've seen Annika in this season and Gemma.
Yeah.
We've only seen 3. We've only seen Benito as a Hispanic.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get it.
And then
It's
in the
an
show,
Asian American woman.
And in the book, Belly's white.
She said she's not. She said she's Asian.
I think
She's
she's
blonde.
Asian.
No,
She's
she's
Asian.
blonde. She's blonde with brown eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's when I was confused because she told me she was different.
Yeah, because she even talks about her Asian grandma in the book.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh my God, we never see her grandma.
No.
We never see like
We
any
just
of the
mention them.
family members.
They just mention them.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Laurel is Asian and her dad is white. They kept all that the same.
Really?
No, but I agree.
Annika in the book was Indian.
Annika in the book was Indian. Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't see any Indian.
In Jenny Hunt's The Samaritan Pretty Books, Betty Coughlin is portrayed as an European American or white.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Maybe because you have those. Those are the ones based off the show.
Yeah.
Because
There's different books.
They have different covers.
They have different covers, and I have
Oh.
the ones like from like years ago. I don't know. Maybe she changed that.
Interesting.
But in the ones I have, she's white. She literally,
Interesting.
and she talks about how she is. You see in the books, European white American, and in the show, mixed race, half Korean, half white.
Interesting.
That's new.
And
Well-
so as something here says, suggested by the covers and her character's background. Yeah. So in the book she's
But
white.
I get it. Jenny Han is an Asian American woman. So
Yeah.
obviously, I feel like, especially even when she wrote this book, she was probably writing from her past experience or something that
I
she
think it's
probably would have
personal.
seen.
Yeah.
I think writing period is always very personal.
Yeah.
I just would have liked, let's introduce a little bit more diversity. It's okay to
Yeah.
be diverse. It's okay if freaking Jeremiah probably ended up with a Hispanic woman or
Well, he hooked up with a black man, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying. These
But
are
did
all
he?
hookups.
Or was it?
She's not
he's
like
not like
it's not like
there's not like
steady
steady
storyline.
right. There's
Yeah.
no steady storyline
Except for Nicole at the beginning. But barely.
That was messy.
That was fucked up. I mean,
The whole
poor
show was
girl.
messy though.
I mean, what part?
What part wasn't messy?
But yeah, I get what you mean too.
No, yeah. I mean, we
But
saw
it's not even
Benito
only this. It's not even only this too. I'm just saying, like
in general.
like I want to see more, diverse shows of like seeing, like I want you to be able to see like a lot of like Latin American
Yeah, we
people
don't
like
see
being
that.
in love.
Do we? When was the last time we saw like a
Right. When's
Like
the last
in an
time?
American show.
yeah? Oh, Virgin. Jane the Virgin.
Jane the Virgin.
Wow. That was a while ago.
That was
too.
so long ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't. Yeah.
But
Get
you see
to
what I
writing.
mean?
Get to writing.
Get to
Well, we are
I know,
writing.
and yes, very much.
We just finished. Right.
That
Well, we're
definitely
doing
fuels, that fuels
it. I think
my
that
writing.
made us. And yeah, well, yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm not in the acting industry or writing industry, so I'm a closeted actress.
She is. She's a really good actress. She really is.
No, Valentina, you're so funny.
Oh,
I
thank you.
You and Andres,
Yeah.
come on. Like, you guys have like that sprinkle, that sparkle that you guys need to like put it out there.
No, you should see us in person.
Yeah,
I probably would be dying laughing on the floor right now.
Yeah, 100%. They're the same person, but like different. I don't know.
We're
Wow.
same, but different. That's what we call each other.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, this is it. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so my favorite friend that she had in Friends was Benito. Who took the Christmas photos, bro? Did they hire Benito to take those photos?
Messy.
I thought about
I wouldn't expect less from Belly. She's messy.
She literally was like, "Hi, Benito, please come."
Can you please come?
He's like, "Está bien."
Takes pictures.
Hey, what character had the best glow up?
Probably Taylor.
Taylor.
I think Belly.
Like physical?
I think Belly
Are you
looked
talking about
really
physical?
good. Yeah, physical.
Oh,
like the
yeah.
bob.
Oh,
I was-
definitely Belly. I
when
love the
he
bob.
showed up and she had the wedges on and she was getting off from the little scooter.
I didn't
was
even see
like,
that.
"Oh, I'm
The
happy for
bob?
her."
She's looking more like a woman
with her
now.
black dress and red
She was
lips.
gorgeous.
No, when she came out of that bathroom with that black dress,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, girl, get it. She's on business tonight.
And then the song, I put this dress
Dress?
on so you could take
so
it
you
off.
can
of
take it off. I was like, yeah, no. That scene had me going in a roller coaster.
What? And then
I
him
was
just saying
screaming.
like, "You look so beautiful."
He's like, let me do it.
You
When
know
she
when
said, the dress?
You know
Oh
when
my
you put
God.
something on for like the guy, and then he notices.
And then
Girl.
no, let me do it. And then when he's like, let me do
Let
it.
me do it.
Let me do it.
Let me do
Let
it.
me do it.
I will never.
No.
That's gonna live in my head rent free.
And when he's like,
Let me do it.
let me do it.
Oh my God, I don't feel like this.
Listen, the blunt
The,
and the let me do it.
the let me do it. And then the I've dreamed about this.
Oh, Jesus, it's hot.
Moving on.
Let me get
Will Adam bring the champagne from the wedding next Getty?
Adam.
For sure.
Oh my- yes.
He needs
This
to
man
at
has,
this
like,
point.
Storage full of champagne.
How much did they buy? Like,
Oh, Kaylee probably left him with a fucking closet full.
my goodness.
Yeah.
What's? We talked about that.
Kaylee leaving Adam was hilarious.
It's
Finding
good.
that out.
I like that.
Good
Mhm.
for her. I mean, I think she noticed like this people ain't me, and they should because I. Well,
Well, I mean, also, I don't fucking have respect for her. You messed
Yeah.
with a married
Married
Sure.
woman, yeah.
But you know,
Married
I think
man,
she
yeah.
also looked a lot younger, and that power play
Yes.
comes into play, and he
Yeah.
probably And she was like, people were thinking she was pregnant.
I saw that.
Yes.
No, did you see the theory
That girl
about
did not
Conrad
look pregnant.
dying?
There was this
theory-
like, why is he scratching so much his arm? And I'm like,
Because he was controlling his
has anxiety.
His anxiety.
His anxiety.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No,
anxiety
poor
attacks.
guy. That when I would see that, I'm like, oh my god, that sucks.
I've had an
he's
anxiety attack. It's
Honestly,
horrible.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I would have loved for Conrad to like take time off for himself and stop writing those letters and go and like get things done. Like, focus on his anxiety, on his job, on everything, and then write her whenever he felt better. Because you could see this man still struggling. Like,
but
damn.
I don't think it's set up like he just wrote her a letter every day or every week.
Yeah.
I think it definitely was. He was still living his life.
Periodically, yeah.
And sporadically, when he looked at that picture that was in,
But I feel
let
like
me
every
write my
time,
girl.
I feel like every time they showed him though this season, he was like thinking about Belly and talking about Belly and kind of like he wasn't living his
You're talking about
life.
like when he was in California.
Yeah, when his friend, what's her name? That I really like that
Yeah,
character.
she was really fun. I liked her.
When
Agnes.
he's like, oh, let me see that he has it in his wallet, and I'm like, damn, this dude is hung up, like,
it's
pobrecito,
called love.
girl.
It's called The Man Written by a Woman. No
Love.
man is gonna actually.
Yeah,
do it.
bro, like,
I love that.
Realistically, I would love that too. But in reality,
you would love
Yeah.
that.
I would love a man to carry a little note of me in his
In
wallet.
his wallet?
Cute.
That's
No,
cute.
no, no. I mean, like the general picture of Conrad. You would have like loved to have had like
A man that loves me like that.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah?
passionately.
Yes.
Yes.
Am I crazy? I'm like, that's so wild. We're like living two different planets. I mean, I think it's nice.
Everybody,
nice.
everybody thinks differently and
Yeah.
wants different things. That's why I respect it. But I would love for a man to love me so passionately. In
Well,
that way.
Andres does.
Andres.
So, hello, you have a man. She has a man. She's taken
She's taken.
happily, healthy,
I love my man.
and she's not. So, Conrad, Chris he has a girlfriend, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's play a game. I'm done with this season.
Okay.
I'm done with this. We're gonna play Would You Rather.
Okay.
Mm. Would you rather have Conrad's brooding mystery or Jeremiah's golden retriever energy? But
Like
I
for
know the
myself?
answer. Never mind.
Like for
Yeah.
myself?
Yeah.
I have golden retriever energy, so I have a golden retriever energy as it is.
But would you rather?
I think I have both, to be honest. I have my moments where I'm Conrad and I have my moments where I'm Jeremiah.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Me
Okay.
too.
Balance.
Balance. Okay. Would you rather spend a summer in Paris with Benito
Or,
or spend your summer at Cousin's Beach with Jeremiah?
Benito in Paris.
Benito in Paris.
Okay. Would you rather have Taylor as your best friend or Steven as your sibling?
Steven.
Steven.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Why?
There was I want to say something that I wanted to talk about. And there was this one scene. Well, this is not actually shown in the show, but in the book it is.
That's
And
exactly what I agree.
and there's this one scene because I have an older brother.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one scene where, one part of the book when Conrad and Belly break up. And I mean, Steven is in a really tricky situation because that's his little sister and that's his best friend because both of the brothers were his best friends. And when they break up in the book, it's not like in the show that she runs and hugs Steven. In the book, she's home crying in the room,
Mm-hmm.
and Steven comes in, and she tells, and he's like telling her sister like, don't cry for him, he's not worth it, or something like that.
But also, in the third book, the wedding scene when Steven comes in and like he's trying to find Jeremiah for her, but then she tells him how Conrad tells her, professing his love. And in that moment, he's like, if you don't want to marry Jeremiah, that's fine. I'm always gonna love you.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to worry about
Like-
what everybody else is gonna think.
Like, I'm always gonna choose because
Choose
you're my
you-
sister,
right.
Yeah,
You're my sister
You're my little
forever.
sister
Yeah.
forever. And I remember reading
that
that
was
in
such
the
a
book.
special moment.
I remember reading that book in the book in the part that he literally goes into her room and tells her like he's not, like, don't cry for him, he's not worth it or whatever. It makes me break down because like, I mean, I've been in a situation like that and my brother has literally told me like, "Don't cry for this boy. He's not worth it." And
It felt very. His role is very relatable.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I just felt it was like a warm hug.
Yeah.
Because throughout the show, like he's always like,
He's
"Oh my God, my
all-
little sister,
Mhm.
like you're so annoying."
Mhm.
That like but like he genuinely cares a lot about his
Yes.
little sister.
That's
So
definitely
it's
my
like,
brother too.
I was like, it made me. So I wouldn't change.
Yep.
And
Steven.
Taylor?
I mean,
Is your shitty friend?
no,
No.
we're just choosing.
I was
Yeah.
kidding.
I love Taylor too. Like I think
she
she's
was
definitely
cool.
I think Taylor is definitely that friend that
I was really
Belly
happy with their
needs.
ending. I was so happy with Steven trying not to make Taylor move again,
Mhm.
but her being like, "I'm not moving.
I'm not moving
for
for
you.
you.
I'm
Moving with
I
you.
think they showed the most maturity throughout.
sure.
Like
Yes.
their arc was very beautifully written, and it was in the main story. But to me, it was more realistic.
I
It
really
was
hope there's a
more-
spinoff and we can at least see more of their
it's
love story.
Their storyline is way more realistic.
Yeah,
than
yeah.
the other
like that.
two.
Yes.
Like everything in that relationship is possible in real life.
Yes,
1000%.
Yes.
Like you,
We've all had that
having
friend that we like their
commitment
brother.
issues and having commitment
No.
issues and
What-
like
No.
I feel like that's
not-
more realistic than
Yeah, it's
you
more
liking
realistic.
brothers.
But I also
But
feel
your
like
best friend
the wa-
liking your brother.
Yeah.
I've had that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like everything else, like them maturing, them realizing stuff, like it's all very
remember,
very
Taylor,
possible.
Taylor dated someone, like a band guy.
Mm-hmm.
And Steven was there through it all. And even in those conversations, he just felt very smooth.
Yep.
Like, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, even though she has a boyfriend, she's over there at cousin's house and Steven is there and it's complicated for her. Now she's slow dancing with this guy. But then when she sees both of them in the party, like, it makes sense to me. I'm like, yeah, that happens. Like, I've seen that situation happen in real life. Like, I can recall. The other two, I had a little bit more of a hard time understanding some choices, but I don't hate them. I think every character is amazing. I'm just not team anyone, because I can see the beauty in Conrad. I can see the beauty, and a lot of the times I was rooting for Conrad to like go better. I actually like his friend for him.
Agnes and
Agnes?
Conrad.
I was like, they were so
They're just
cute.
friends.
But if he wasn't,
I love
so
their
stuck-
friendship.
I like their
Yeah, their
friendship too,
friendship.
because she like bullies him and stuff.
Yes.
It's
No,
cute.
I liked how they ended up. Like, it made sense. Like, oh my God. The best part of season 3 finale was Denise and Jeremiah. When they kissed, I was like, yes. I was like, thank you. Like, because they were so cute. Like, I know you guys are team
don't see
Conrad. I get it. Yes. But I
No,
do.
no, no,
I
no.
see
But
it.
this has
I
nothing
want
to
to
do
see
with Conrad.
I want to
Yeah,
see
because you guys
Jeremiah
already
happy.
No, you don't.
I do.
Girl, no, you
I don't want to see him with Belly,
Yeah, true.
but I want to see him happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hate it.
Their relationship, I'm like, okay, that's cute, but I'm also like, I just don't. It felt weird as well.
He felt peaceful, and that's why it felt weird. Because you've been such a messy, like
Chaotic.
that you're like, this is too
I don't
good.
know.
Like,
I
this is
just
too
don't know.
peaceful.
hate it. I didn't hate it.
I think for me, like, love feels peaceful, feels like a home, feels nice.
But I did love her.
You don't have to be so.
I
like,
did love
messy
her
with
telling
it.
him, "You're the one that's
You're
obsessed
the one
with
that's obsessed with
Conrad."
Conrad.
Yeah.
Like it's not everybody
Someone had to
else.
say it.
Somebody
Yeah,
had to say
someone
that.
had to
he was
say
saying
it.
like, "Oh, I saw you looking at him."
Yeah.
And she's like,
Stop competing with your
"Stop
brother.
competing
Like,
with your
stop
brother.
that.
You're obsessed with it."
I
You're
think
obsessed with him."
Denise was perfect for Jeremiah in this.
There is
think
something I want to agree with you on that because
The only thing I
the
agree
only
with-
thing
No.
because everything else sucks because I love
there is one
Conrad
thing,
so
and
much.
I think that since Jeremiah is such a like boy that gets everything he wants and nobody like gives him like like Belly wasn't somebody that like challenged him in a way, and I feel like Denise definitely
yes,
will challenge him. Like
yes,
she'll be
yeah.
like, no. Like she'll stand her feet and be like,
Yes.
no, like we're not doing this or we're not doing that. Instead, Belly was always like, that's another thing between Belly and the way that Belly was with Jeremiah was very like
She let him.
pleasing.
Yes,
Like she was
yes,
always like, okay,
yes.
you don't want to do this, then we won't do this. You want to stay here, then we'll do this. You want to have your thing, then we'll do this.
She felt like she had to take care of him.
It was a codependent relationship.
It was very codependent. So and she didn't challenge him in any way.
Yeah.
And I feel like Denise will do that to Jeremiah, and I think that's good for him.
For sure.
But that's something that I like in Conrad with Belly. I feel like they both challenge each other a lot.
Mhm.
So that's why I like that as well. But whatever, that's not what we're talking about. But I
No,
just
it
wanted
made
to say that.
sense. It made sense. I forgot where we were
The game.
We're
because
talking
that was
about
really
it.
good. That was really good. Yeah. Yes, the game. Summer superlatives.
Okay.
Okay. Most likely to break your heart.
Belly.
Yeah.
Belly.
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 Okay. Most likely to text you at 2 a.m.
Conrad.
Taylor too.
Or
Let's go
Taylor.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Most likely to turn a bonfire into a group therapy. Sky.
Oh.
Most likely.
I don't remember her marriage either.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Maybe it's because I just watched all the seasons.
Yeah, that's
back
right.
To
'Cause
back.
I watched this show.
Like-
I watched season 2 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no. Okay. So
I watched it
Fun
when it comes
fact.
out.
they
Right, me
have
too.
read all the books. They started watching the show 2022. I started last week. I'm kidding. I started a month ago. I don't know.
started when I was it after I did my podcast?
Probably. That's when I started.
Yeah.
And I did not read the books. I don't know anything about the books other than what they have told me. Most likely to start drama and then fall asleep.
Taylor.
Taylor. I was gonna say Taylor, but also Jeremiah. 'cause
Belly.
he falls
Yes, or
asleep all the
Jeremiah.
time.
Belly. What?
Belly.
She did. At the
Jeremiah.
first time she got drunk, she just knocked out and she woke up like, what the fuck did
Jeremiah
I just do?
started drama without knowing he started drama
Yeah,
and then
he
passed
was-
out.
Oh, at the Bachelor
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Well, no, but I feel like Taylor would pass out.
Yeah.
So she'll be like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
She'll say my piece. Doesn't really care that you have to say your piece in it.
Yeah. What was the other one? Who was most likely to join Belly's French friend group?
Taylor. I think she fit so nicely with them though.
Yeah, she did. She was there and she was
I
like,
think
taking-
Conrad. I think Conrad would have fit
As
way
a
better.
relationship, obviously in the
Not
relationship.
as a person. I think he fits with them a lot.
yeah.
Because he's
liked
very
them.
different.
He liked-
and
yeah.
like he just flowed better. Like I see him in Paris, like
Yeah.
drinking wine and talking about really intelligent things and like
Girl, I see that
medicine.
man
I see-
everywhere.
Oh my God.
No, when he was
Let's
talking
go to
about
Brussels.
the human
Where
body.
was we supposed to go? Brussels?
Yeah.
Let's go to Brussels.
Let's go to Brussels.
Oh,
when he was
goodness.
talking about the human body,
Oh.
and I'm just like, you go, boy. The doctor, you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
The
Mhm.
brain matter.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
brain matter.
What does Andres do when he sees you talking about Conrad?
He looks at me like I'm the craziest
crazy.
person in the world.
I want. Yeah,
And sometimes he does give me like a.
are you okay?
Are you okay? Like the day that I was like Connie baby. He's like, we're calling him Connie baby now.
That's his name.
Oh my God. No, that is probably a skit. I would love to see that. Where was it?
Paris.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm blanking out. This is the last one, and we're done. To narrate, okay, who's most likely to narrate their own life like a Taylor Swift music video?
Me, I'm kidding.
Belly. Isn't that what she's doing?
Well, duh. And with
Jenny
that, we end the summer I Turned Pretty. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys had fun. I'm sorry if I was, my points were on point. But
love
I
it.
like this because we all have different opinions and it's okay to talk about the things that we think. Like, no one's right, no one's wrong, no one's bad, no one's good. And I think this season was really good at showing that every human being has good and bad. And it's okay.
Yep,
you
that's
know?
right.
Thank you guys for coming and I hope you guys had fun.
Thank
you for having us. Connie, baby.
Wait, before we go, sorry, I just spit on you. What do you think? What do you expect from the movie?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I
The
forgot
wedding.
about that. The wedding.
I feel like the wedding too.
I want to see Taylor and Steven. And honestly,
Also,
can
why
see
is
all of
everybody
them-
moving to California?
I can see,
Yeah.
right. I can see
Yeah.
all of them being.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny, I hope the spinoff is you basically setting them all up in San Francisco because
Mhm.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I really don't. I want to
see Laurel dating.
But like, what I'm curious about is what's the drama gonna be?
Yeah.
Like, what is it called when you're writing movies?
What's the plot?
the plot.
Not the plot, but then what is
The climax.
The climax. What is it gonna be?
yeah.
That's interesting.
Maybe the movie is it's gonna be them old and they already have teenagers, and then
I saw
they're
that. I
falling
heard
in
that.
love with each other, and they're like, "Fuck!" Now
I
they're
saw
like-
that, but I'm like, that's weird.
Already?
Can you imagine?
Because I'm like, what? The movie's coming out in 2027.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see them like just being like a little, maybe in their 30s or maybe their late 20s
I just don't
now.
even understand. Like, well, I'm just curious to see what the climax is.
Because I don't think their wedding would be that like fast. Like they just got
'Cause they
together.
had a really-
like
and-
we want to see them date
yeah,
up until the
Yeah.
point where he
I
proposes.
think it's important. Yeah, I also want to see how the dynamic is gonna be with Jeremiah. You know, like I want to see how they move forward with that,
Mhm.
which I hope they do. I wish.
I mean,
them
in the
well.
Because
book-
he just knows about it, but now we're gonna actually get to see them be endgame together.
And I feel like we finally got towards the end of season 3. I really liked how like Jeremiah was supported by his whole family and like Denise, and he was doing what he loves. And then like Belly and Conrad can do whatever they want to do, but just like keep it away from the fam, and like everyone's just
Yeah,
here
I don't
having
like
fun.
that.
Like just you didn't like that?
No,
I did, and I thought it was
because
an
I want to
interesting
see them all
choice.
come together.
Right, because now you're thinking, how are they going to be together? Because they're living in like La La Land a little
Right.
bit. They're like here, like all of this, but it's like, how do you integrate the whole entire family again? That's going to be interesting. And hopefully
is
we
gonna be
watch that in the movie. I want to know that everyone had a happy ending, even if it's they're not together.
Yeah.
Please.
No, but they're gonna be together.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this special episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty. And we'll catch you guys the next time.
Bye.